Hello and welcome to this problem solving session. Today we are going to look at the examples from rearrangement chapter, and there are 25 examples are there. We'll try to solve as many as possible today, and maybe next time we can do the remaining, and after that we have to do the examples on the other chapters like lights, oxidation reduction, and finally the reactive intermediates involved in organic transformation. So, the first example, you have to first of all you have to identify the reaction. Once you identify the reaction, then drawing mechanism or writing mechanism is not at all a problem. So, this is alpha haloketone treated with base. So, you have to remember that this is going to be a Favorsky rearrangement, and Favorsky rearrangement, as we have said, it involves the abstraction of proton, then loss of Br minus or loss of HBr rather can give you an intermediate. Now, this intermediate is having cyclopropanone type intermediate, which is a characteristic of this reaction. There will be a so this is a cyclopropanone type intermediate, and the next step is the attack of OET minus, and preferably on carbonyl, the delocalization of electrons, and finally this comes here, this goes here. So, if you look at the reaction properly, you can see that a cyclopropanone intermediate is there, and along with that there is a nucleophilic attack by a base which can give you the desired product. Now, this product, once you draw, I am drawing it as it appears. This is the 5-membered ring, and now it will be a double bond, and this side it will be COOAT. So, this is Favorsky, but with little modification, and this is going to be an important example from the perspective of exam. Okay. The second example is the bracylate. Now, bracylate, this is being good leaving group, this departs. The immediate thing is this ring, this pi bond will participate, and you are going to get an intermediate. So, first of all let me write down the intermediate, we will come to the product later. This becomes electron deficient, right. Now, to overcome that, this goes here. So, another intermediate I am drawing, NH, and then it will be those 4 intervening carbons, star and plus. Now, in the product this has to be here. So, that means this sigma bond should move. I am putting it with red pen just to make you understand, and now we will be having a 6-membered ring I am talking about alicyclic ring, this is NH, and then there, and now this star will come here because that is getting attached here, and as a consequence of it this turns positive. Loss of proton can give you the target molecule. So, it is a Merwin-Wagner type rearrangement initiated from the formation of carbonium ion, and then two migrations can give you this intermediate, this eventually lose proton. You can show that OBS is abstracting a proton, so proton loss can give you the desired product. Okay. Now the next example, this 1,2,4,5 tetramethyl benzene is becoming 1,2,3,4, and then it is becoming sulfonic acid because we are using sulfuric acid as a reagent to bring about this transformation. So, let me draw the reactant. This is the reactant we are drawing. These two are already in line. So, our job is to move these. So, initially this is let me put H2SO4 here. H2SO4 is giving away the proton, and as a result of this a carbonium ion is induced in the ring. Okay. This methyl migrates and you get methyl is shifted here, this becomes positive, and loss of hydrogen to the conjugate base can give you the intermediate, I would say. Now, you can see that out of 4, 3 methyls are in line. Then comes the next one, methyl shift, now you can see that all 4 methyls are in line. Now, since methyl is moving away, it is positive, and loss of proton will give you the 1,2,3,4 tetramethyl benzene. Okay. Now, once this is obtained, then these two positions are chemically equivalent. So, they can be approached by sulfur trioxide, and I can show it this way. SO3 minus and then this will turn positive, this will give you, I will just make a modification here, 1 2 3 4 SO3 minus, and which will take a proton from the water, and that becomes sulfonic acid. Okay. Or you can show abstraction of this by the SO3 minus, and that is how you get the sulfonic acid as a rearranged product. Okay. Now, these are the examples from question papers mostly. So, they are bit difficult, but with practice you can always solve most difficult problems also. That should not be a difficult task for you. Okay, these are all examples from earlier question papers. Methanol and heat. This question is slightly different. It is solulysis by methanol or methanolysis, and they are expecting the product. Now here this is a leaving group. So first of all, when it departs, it will create a positive charge, then this pi bond will move here, and because of that you get a I ring, and then OH methyl, this will attack this I propane ring is very much there, this is plus, then Cl minus can abstract this proton and you get the I methyl ether. This is steroidal nomenclature, I methyl ether, where cyclopropane ring is there, and next to that there is a methyl attached to it through oxygen. Another example, or maybe you can put question mark here rather than putting the products. So what is this reaction? This is again a Favorsky. Now these are two labeled carbons, and now methanol is providing a proton. This can open up either in this direction or this direction. Accordingly you get two products. So I am putting this product on this side. So I am drawing it as it appears. So 5-membered ring. This will eventually take a proton, COOMe. So the labeled carbons are adjacent. For this I am putting it on the other side. It is not on adjacent carbon, it is on next carbon. One intervening carbon is there. They are adjacent, these are not adjacent. So label is also shifting. So this is your Favorsky rearrangement, wherein the labeling experiment is also included in this example. Next example, now this is little tricky, but once you solve, it is not that tricky. OH minus, and then you get so by looking at product one can say that this is benzylic acid rearrangement because this is alpha hydroxy acid, but for that you need the reactant as 1,2-diketone. So, that diketone has to be obtained from this epoxide. So, first of all the attack of epoxide we have to show the attack. I am showing it here, you can show on the other carbon also, no harm. And because of this is OH, this also becomes OH, and then this is H, right. Then loss of water can give you ketoenol tautomerism, can fetch you the 1,2-diketone. Now, once 1,2-diketone is there, then CO, and then this is CH2PH. Once this is formed, then your next job is to show that the attack of OH minus, and then shifting everything there. So, once this diketone is there, then our job is easy. CH2PH, we can show that this is getting attack and the CH2PH is moving here, attacking at this carbon. So, this becomes CO, this becomes O minus, CH2PH, COOH. This eventually take up proton from water, and you can directly put target molecule. I am not drawing the product. So, this is your classical benzylic acid rearrangement, but you have to get the diketone first with this kind of epoxide opening sequence, and then only you will be in position to show the mechanism for the same. Yeah, one interesting example. This tosylate is treated with acetoxy group, and product is also mentioned. Product is given, so you have to account for the formation of this product. Initially this is a leaving group, and now the group which is anti to tosylate will move, not double bond in this case. So, I am drawing it as it appears. This ring remains intact, and now these are the intervening methylenes. I am drawing it slightly different, and this will turn positive because we are breaking one bond from there. So, this is the 5-membered ring we are talking about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, that is how it is formed. And then this is nothing but the same thing what you can have positive, and then OSC minus can directly attack here, and that is how you get the target molecule. So, that is the requirement of neighboring group participation is this living group and the migrating group, they should be anti to each other. Now, this is just like your Merwin Wagner rearrangement initiated with carbonium ion. Next example, I am drawing bigger rings so that you can easily see them. Methyl, CH, ethyl and NH2, HNO2. Product is also given. Ethyl double bond CH methyl. Okay. The first foremost thing is you have to make diazonium salt. When this departs, there are two groups which can migrate, either methyl or phenyl. So, phenyl ring has got greater migrating aptitude. So, that departs or that migrates, and then you will be left with CHMe, CH ethyl and then phenyl, and this will turn positive. Lastly, this proton is lost and you get the product. So, here you have to know the relative migrating aptitude of the groups. Phenyl ring has got greater migrating aptitude than methyl. So, naturally this has to move, and then accordingly you will get this intermediate which eventually lose proton and the olefin is formed. Now, this is a slightly different example. OH, CO, AR, NH2OH, PCl5. So, this is first reagent, second reagent, and product is given. So, N and then AR. Now, merely by looking at this, I do not think you will be able to tell the reaction what it is. It is your classical Beckmann rearrangement, but you have to do it carefully. Initially, oxime will form because that NH2OH is there, and then this will become, I will just make a correction here only, O PCl4 plus HCl, where HCl is going out, Cl comes here, minus PoCl3, and then you are having NCl, AR and OH. Okay. That is the intermediate. Now, this intermediate has got a leaving group. Now, this is the leaving group. Now, there are two rings, one is phenyl ring, aromatic ring, the other one is with hydroxyl. So, this ring has got greater migrating aptitude. So, this migrates, and as a consequence of it, I will just draw the ring first. OH, this is attached to nitrogen, which is attached to carbon, which is attached to AR, it's attached. Okay. I am just drawing it directly. Then this OH can attack. So, the intermediate is going to be like this: O, N, AR. This will be OH initially, and loss of proton can give you the target molecule. So this is the overall mechanism for the formation of the product. It is a example based on Beckmann rearrangement, a little tricky, but you can solve it once you know the basics. One more we will do for today, and remaining we can do later. It is in the next lecture. Plus Cl CH2 COOIT CMe CH COOIT epoxide. That is the overall thing. So initially this proton is abstracted because it has got 2 electron withdrawing group on either side. So this attacks here. So it will be pH C O minus, then CH3 I am drawing it on this side, CH Cl COOIT. I am just drawing it for the sake of convenience. Now this O minus can attack, and that is how you get the product. Okay. There are many more examples, but we will do stepwise. Maybe couple of lecture for rearrangement, couple of lectures for the lights and oxidation reduction, and 1 or 2 lecture for carbonium ion, carbanion, those intermediates, and after that I will give one questionnaire for your practice, maybe for your online exam. So that will be more useful to you if SPPU conducts your online exam. So that will be a ready thing for you guys. Thank you very much.